Hey guys, welcome to the Acne Clear Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own apple, carrot, and beet juice. This juice is a great way to get a lot of vitamins and minerals into your diet while getting a little bit of that sweetness from the beet and a lot of the healthy benefits from the vegetables into your diet, getting a lot of vitamins and minerals. It's going to help optimize your health and well-being and give you a great kickstart to your day. Okay, so before we get into the recipe, you're going to need a juicer. So I'm using an Omega juicer. You can also use a Breville, but this is the juicer I would recommend since it has a slow masticating process. You're going to just get more juice per extraction. Okay, so before we begin the juice, we need to prep our vegetables and fruit. So I began by preparing an apple. So in order to prepare an apple, it's very easy. I just take an apple and I cut like so. Here's the apple. And I cut simply around the core. So what we want to do, we want to take these big chunks and create smaller chunks. So I'll make 2 to 3 incisions depending on the apple slice. With my first cut, I got pretty wide pieces, you can see here. So I simply cut that into 3 pieces. These are the kind of pieces you want for the Omega juicer because they're going to be nice and easy to juice, about this size here. Once I prepped my apple, I'm going to prep my beet in exactly the same fashion, a little differently, but here you can see I have the top and the bottom removed. So once I cut off the ends, I'm going to throw off the tail and keep this for juicing. And I'm simply going to cut the beet in quarters. Now before you do any of the cutting, I would highly recommend to wash your fruits and vegetables with some water. Even with organic fruits and vegetables, it's super important to wash your vegetables and fruit to make sure there's no pesticide residue or chemical residue because there's a lot of stuff in the air. So just to make sure it's nice and clean, we're just going to wash that off. So here's my beet, and I just cut it into 4 different quarters like so. Now that's majority of the prep work here done. I have my apples, I have my beets. Some other fruits and vegetables you can add to this juice is lemon, you can add some ginger, carrot, spinach, kale, cucumber, and celery. So you can start your juice with the base with some apple and beet, and I think that's a great start. I have 1 beet and 1 apple. I may add another beet just because the beet was a little small, or maybe half a beet. And then I'm probably going to add some cucumber because I feel like that is a good vegetable to go with this juice. Some spinach, some lemon, some kale, and a little bit of carrot, just a little bit for sweetness. So this juice is a little sweeter than my other green juice that I have on my YouTube channel, and I would highly recommend you check that out as a starting point. But this is just another way for you to get a little more vitamins and minerals into your diet, and it's going to be a little sweeter. So if you have a little bit of a sweet tooth and you're craving beets, it's not a bad thing. Beets are extremely beneficial for you, really good for your brain, for your heart, and it's a very cleansing, blood cleansing food. I'm also going to add a carrot for this recipe. So for this recipe, I'm going to peel the carrot with a peeler. So just to get the dirty parts off, you can wash this, but I just peel off the dirty part, so I kind of am left with a naked carrot. And again, with the Omega juicer, I'm just going to simply cut these into smaller pieces so it's going to be easier to juice through the Omega. So now I'm going to take 2 pieces of celery, and I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the carrot. Alright, so I simply washed my celery so it's nice and clean. You just want to get all the dirt and soil off the celery before you cut it. So to prepare the celery, I'm just going to cut off the tips and the butt ends. And again, now I'm just going to cut the celery into bite-sized pieces. So I'm also going to incorporate some spinach into this, and we're going to start. So I'm feeling pretty confident with what I have here prepared in front of me. I have the carrots, the beets, the celery, and the apple. And I'm also going to incorporate baby spinach as my dark leafy green for this recipe. So to start this recipe video off, I'm going to use some dark leafy green spinach as my base. So juicing spinach with an omega juicer is fairly easy since it's a slow masticating process. So you can pretty much take a handful and dump in as much spinach as you feel comfortable. So I got pretty big hands, so 1 cup for me is pretty much 1 hand here. So it's about 3/4 of a cup, but I'm going to use 3 or 4 of these for the beginning. I'm also going to add a little bit of kale to this recipe as well. So I'm just showing you how much juice I extracted just from the spinach itself. Now that's a lot of juice for like about 4 to 6 cups. It's probably like about half a cup of just greens. So I'm going to add the carrot, the celery, and the other ingredients to make this taste a little better, because warning, this is going to be very, very strong. So I didn't explain this because I've been just kind of juicing in the process, but I started with a little bit of beet, then I used the carrot, then I used about half a cucumber that I had here. You can get these at the farmer's market. You can even grow them yourself, which I have. Well, my mother grew these and she gifted me some cucumbers, so I have half a cucumber here that I also juice. Then I went for the celery because I noticed that it was kind of getting clogged up in here, and the celery is good at literally unclogging things up, and it also helped unclog the juicer, which was fantastic. And then I just finished with a little bit of apple. I didn't use too much, but just a little bit for sweetness. I'm also going to add a little bit of lemon. This is completely optional since I have some. I'm going to add a little lemon to add a little bit of tanginess, and again the vitamin C. And a lot of the vitamins and the minerals actually come from the rind here. So again, it's really important to pick organic so you don't have any pesticides or herbicide residue. We want to avoid as many chemicals as possible in this way of lifestyle. Alright, so now that our juice is ready, let's give it a pour. So there we go, we got that nice dark purple drink. Holy cow, look at that, OMG. So yeah, that's the recipe, guys. I hope you enjoyed this juice. I know I am, it's absolutely delicious. I'm going to use half for now, and then I'm going to probably have the other half later. So this is a great way to get a lot of vitamins and minerals into your diet. Again, the dark leafy green vegetables are going to ensure you're getting a lot of blood flow and a lot of nitrogen and chlorophyll into your body. And it's super loaded with vitamins and minerals, especially when your food is grown in an organic environment, avoiding, again, the pesticides and the herbicides. And this is just a fantastic way to start off your morning. You can add this to your breakfast. I'm going to probably have like a tuna sandwich, something with high in protein, to kind of balance this out. And yeah, if you guys like the YouTube channel, feel free to like and subscribe and share my content. And let me know what you guys want to see in the future. And thank you so much for viewing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.